Well, good morning, Lufkin Central and Online Worship Community. Jason Hollinger, the preaching and community minister here. And for this Wednesday of Holy Week, a lot of scholars kind of go back and forth on what Jesus did on this day, and whether he rested with his disciples, just taking this time away in Bethany, anticipation of the Passover. Uh, you know, Jesus had just not that long ago had just revealed to his disciples in the world that he had the power over death by raising Lazarus from the grave. And so, after seeing such an incredible miracle, You know, many people in Bethany believed that Jesus was the Son of God and put their faith in him. Very similar to a very similar response to the story in John chapter 4 with Jesus at the well and the Samaritan woman, how um, an experience was shared with others about just the knowledge and the power and authority of Jesus, and many come to believe. Well, that's a similar experience for Jesus. And so, hey, whether no matter what took place on this day, there's always opportunities in Scripture for us to go back and be reminded of, even though hey, just a great example, just like the church over the last year, just because. Just because of the pandemic, of things as they were, that we were meeting online, didn't mean the church closed. It actually reminded us that the church is more than a building and an address, and that the church is made up of image bearers living out their lives in faithful discipleship ways. And so, uh, excuse me, these pollen in East Texas is just insane, and so just bear with me a little bit. We're going to read a little bit from Matthew chapter 24, that to me reminds us that, yes, even though hey, Jesus may have rested in anticipation of the feast, of the Passover, you know, but that doesn't mean that there's not those opportunities for us to be reminded of the reality of the situation. In Matthew chapter 24, there's this section on the signs of the end of the age. Um, you know, it says, Jesus tells them, watch out that no one deceives you, right? That there are going to be those that are going to try to do all these kind of things. Starting in verse 9, he talks about these persecutions that are there, that are in store. Said, they're going to hand you over for persecution, and they will kill you. You will be hated by all nations because of my name. Because of my name, he says. And so when you get down to verse 14, he says, uh, or excuse me, verse 13, it says, but the one who endures to the end will be delivered. This good news of the kingdom will be proclaimed in all the world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come. So when you see the abomination that causes desolation, spoken of by the prophet Daniel, standing in the holy place, then those in Judea must flee to the mountains. For us, we read that and say, okay, what's he talking about? But obviously, the audience of Jesus's day knew exactly what he was talking about. But we can all understand persecution. We can all understand um, when people are when people are attacking us, uh, verbally, physically, mentally, psychologically. Attacks come in all different ways, and we can also all understand what it means to be attacked because of our belief, what it means to be ridiculed because of who we believe in. But make no mistake, as we think about who we believe in and what we believe in and why we believe in Him, as we reflect upon all that in light of this week, of what leads up to the Easter moment, the moment, the resurrection moment, the moment of a new day, the moment of something new, we can have joy that, remember this, says, man, I love this, but the one who endures to the end will be delivered. That there is something that reminds us that it's not all for naught. It's not all wasted effort. It's not all, okay, well, I endured all this for nothing. No, it says the one who endures will be delivered. Will be delivered, will live. As we read on later in Scripture, we find, and on other occasions, that we will live forever with God when we endure to the end. As the Apostle Paul would say, when we not just run this race, but we finish the race that has been marked out for us. And it says there is in store for us a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to those on that day, to those who long for His appearing, to those who, as the Hebrew author says, fix their eyes on Jesus, that pioneer of our faith, that author of our faith. My challenge to you today is to understand that as Jesus is headed to the cross, may we not lose sight, may we not lose focus, may we not look at this as a loss, but may we look at this as a victory, and may we endure to the end. Can't wait to hear and see how it goes for you. Have a great day, and God bless.